Hi everybody, this is Boog S Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Vintage Collection Gwen Stacy figure. So before we take a look at Gwen Stacy, let's take a look at the accessories that she comes with. So first up, she comes with her binder, and it's done in just a flat blue collar. There's no sort of paint detail to it. And it's got like this weird marbleization on top. It looks really, really weird. But that's the only sort of paint variation you get on it. So wedging this into her hand, there she is with the binder. Up next, she comes with this Midtown High School book. And that's the only sort of paint you get on it is the words. And it's done in a really soft type plastic. Well, not really soft, but it's pliable. I like to stack this right here on top. And she comes with Daily Bugle, rolled up Daily Bugle newspaper. So that's pretty cool. I can see myself using this in some ACBA setups. So that's what I like to do. I like to have her holding all of them like that. But you can have her hold whichever you want. So for her final accessory, she comes with an interchangeable Mary Jane head. So let's go ahead and swap that out. Which is weird. I don't like this head sculpt on this body. It looks kind of odd to me. But this head sculpt looks really, really nice. The details on it are really good. Especially, I've noticed that Hasbro's been painting eyelashes on a lot better. You can see a glimmer of light in her eyes, and she has some paint variation in her hair. Looks really nice. But I don't like having her head on Gwen's body. That's just kind of weird to me. So I'm going to... That sounded like I cracked the neck peg. Now, I want to show off what you can do. You can switch this to the old Mary Jane figure. This is from the Toys R Us 2-pack. And it does fit on there. However, the skin tones are pretty different. The Toys R Us Mary Jane skin tone is darker, and this new head sculpt is lighter. But I love the way that looks. That head sculpt is so much better than this version. So you can do that if you wanted to. It doesn't look too bad, but it is noticeably different. This is the head sculpt that I'm going to leave on this body. Like I said, I think it looks so much better than the head that it came with. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So taking a look at the Gwen Stacy head sculpt, it's also sculpted and painted really nicely as well. You get the eyelashes painted on there, her blue eyes are painted really nicely, and they also have a glimmer of light in them. I think that's some nice attention to detail. The hair is sculpted really nicely. You don't get any sort of paint variation to it like Mary Jane's does, but you do get the headband that's painted on. It would have been nice if they would have done like a really dark yellow or maybe a brown wash over her hair, but still, it looks pretty nice. And most of this is new pieces. I think even the arms are new. The hands, of course, we've seen used before on previous Marvel Legends female figures. But I'm pretty sure everything here is a brand new mold. At first I thought the arms were from the MCU Scarlet Witch, but no, I'm pretty sure these are brand new. Her sweater has some really nice texturing to it. Looks pretty good. Her jacket looks really nice. It's got this belt. I think it's a separate piece. But the green is painted on there, and it's not painted the best. It's a little sloppy right there where the green's painted over top of the brown. But it doesn't look too bad. I really wish the buckle would have been done in silver. That would have been nice. But Hasbro usually does not paint those on. Looking at the skirt, you get some wrinkles sculpted in. And on the right side, you get a slit, allowing for more articulation. But on the left side, there's nothing. So the articulation is kind of hindered on the left leg, but the right leg has some pretty good articulation because of that slit. It allows for more. So I will probably put a slit right here on the seam. You can see the seam on the plastic. If you follow that, it should look fine. And one complaint that I have with the legs is you can see the plastic seam right there running down the leg. That's pretty noticeable. If they would have done it on the inside of the leg, I don't think it would have been as noticeable. But yeah, that's pretty noticeable right there. And then I'm pretty sure these are new heels. I don't think we've seen them before, because I've actually been able to get Gwen standing perfectly with these heels, whereas like Emma Frost and Scarlet Witch have been a nightmare to get standing. Almost impossible. But the lines for the boots are just painted on. It would have been really nice if they could have sculpted them on. I think that would have looked a lot better instead of just painting them on. And I forgot to mention, my Gwen has like a really, really weird thumb. Is it just me? Or does it look like really long and kind of elongated? I don't know. I think her thumb looks a little weird. So that's about all to go over with this figure. So now let's go ahead and go over her articulation. She has a ball-jointed head that can look back just a little bit. The hair is kind of hard and in the way, so you won't get her looking up all the way. But she can look down all the way, and she can move her head side to side. She has ball-jointed shoulders that can move all the way out. She has some pretty good range of motion there in her shoulders. She has single-jointed elbow that can bend in that far and swivel side to side. She has swivel at the wrist that can move side to side and up and down. She has a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way. It can move forward just a little bit, and it can move side to side. She has ball-jointed hips, and as I said, the right side moves out more because of the slit on the skirt right there. So on the right side, you can get her kicking forward all the way and back all the way. Swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee. And on this side, you won't be able to get her kicking forward hardly at all. She can kick back a little bit, and you can swivel the thigh. So yeah, the articulation on this side is hindered. I'm not sure why they only did a slit on this side, not on this side. But anyways, you get a double-jointed knee that can bend in all the way. You get swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way, up all the way. And she has a swivel at the ankle. It is not an ankle rocker. It's kind of an angle, so you really only get side-to-side movement there. There's really no rocker. So now, let's do some size comparisons. First up, here she is next to Mary Jane. Here she is next to Spider-Man. Here she is next to Green Goblin. And finally, here she is next to Spider-Gwen. So if you're curious like I am to see if the Gwen Stacy head sculpt will fit on the Spider-Gwen body, it won't. This peg is very, very thin. And the peg for Gwen Stacy is very big. So you could probably mod it out to fit this, but the way it is, no, it won't fit. The best you're going to get is that. And that definitely doesn't look right. Which I think it's kind of big for her anyway. So I think that head sculpt is just a little too big for this body anyways. You might be able to make it work if you set it up just a little bit. But I still think that would be too big for the body. So, if you were wondering about that, there that is. So, overall, I would highly recommend picking this up. She is a really nice figure and one that I've waited for quite a while. Plus, she comes with that bonus head sculpt for Mary Jane that you can switch to the older Mary Jane figure. So that's an added bonus. So yeah, I would highly recommend picking her up. So, that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.